I'd like to give a big thank you to EA and the Game Changers program for flying me all the way over to London, England for Sims Camp so that I could get my hands on the new expansion pack, Sims 4 Get Famous, and share all the fun with you. I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody and welcome back to ArsenGirl Gaming. My name is Heather and I thank you for joining me for another Sims 4 Get Famous overview video. This is an overview of the buy mode objects found in this new expansion pack, and oh my gosh, if you guys don't love these as much as I do, I don't know what to tell you, but there is so much goodness packed into this pack that I literally was squealing like a little girl. And most of that stuff came from a lot of the props and equipment needed for like the acting careers and the sound stages and the movie studio and things like that. And those I will kind of show you in as much detail as I can later on in the video. I did try to start out the video by keeping everything sorted together. I tried to start, like you can see here, with chairs and then couches, and then I think I went to bedroom stuff or bathroom stuff, and I tried to keep everything kind of congregated together. Now this is a 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, and I did my buy mode or my build mode video on another 64 by 64 lot where I had built a shell of a house to show it off. This one was completely empty. And by the end, I had to stop laying down all the colors of swatches of items because I ran out of space. So watch for that. It's kind of funny. You'll see me go from doing like what I'm doing right here, where I show you every single color that the item comes in and lay them all out, to where I show you a few of the individual colors laid out like this and then just cycle through the swatches, because there is so much stuff in this game, or in this pack, I should say. There are so many options. The textures are just amazing. There are props, there are decorations as always, but the props are what blew me away. I have a feeling our custom content creators are gonna go nuts breaking down some of them because they're so complex and they're made up of so many pieces that I was just envisioning them all being dismantled and torn apart. And it was just, I was like, oh my gosh. So what I did in this video is I went through. Now remember, I only had 4 hours total to get all of this coverage, so I did have to cut this up into a couple different pieces so that it kind of made sense. But in this video, I'm gonna lay down everything and show you all the items found in buy mode. But the one thing about a lot of these items is they're movable. So does that make sense? Like, meaning they have actions with them even though they're static items. So it might be a flame flickering, or in the case of like the green screens, they have different choices you can choose, and the massive one that you'll see toward the end of the video has multiple scenes that can be set with animated images. So at the very end of this video, what I'm going to do is I bring my sim self onto the lot and we go through and play around with some of the functions. So spoiler alert, there's a green screen and it's animated, and there's some other things in there. So I hope you'll watch all the way to the end, and even if you scroll through, stop and admire some of the beautiful things that we get with this pack. I mean, it is, like I mentioned before, like in the build mode video, it is a dream for anybody who has ever wanted to build like a luxuriously over the top mansion in the hills, kind of thinking like gaudy and gold. And you can see here from some of these chairs I'm laying out, like you can go whole hog on that kind of stuff. But if you also just want to do something that's mid-century modern, if you look at like the chairs toward the the second row of this layout here, you've got more mid-century modern furniture to kind of go in those houses. And in that, I kind of have been envisioning like Palm Springs, some of those houses like Frank Lloyd Wright houses, things like that. I think it just kind of opens up a lot of different types of building that, even though like with the mid-century modern, we've had some stuff, this kind of expands on it. And of course those pieces can work in anything, but I got a real California vibe from this pack. Very Hollywood, very Palm Springs, Palm Desert, like very Hollywood and California. Like if you ever watch House Hunters, I am like envisioning a lot of the houses that people search for in House Hunters being recreated in the game. That's all I'm gonna say, inside and out. So there you have it. That is kind of my thought on this. There are so many delicious, delightful things in here, such as electronics for running the movie studio, electronics for vlogging or blogging at home or being a content creator. That really made me excited because you guys know I like my technology, and I try to cover it as thoroughly as I can so that you guys really can find out what you're going to get in this pack. So I hope you enjoy it. As always, I'm not going to talk through the whole thing because you would get sick of hearing my voice, but I am going to go ahead and speed it up, and I do hope you enjoy what you've seen of this, what you're going to see of this, and leave me comments because you know I love to hear from you. I love to hear your thoughts on the collections. I love to hear your thoughts on what you think you're going to do with this pack. If you like this pack, if you hate this pack, if you're undecided on this pack or undecided on this pack, I want to hear it all. So leave me comments, lots and lots of comments. Of course, if you enjoy the video and you want to let me know, you can also do that by giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video and you want to give me a thumbs down, do that too. I'm okay with that. And if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see what else I have coming, make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Then ring the bell, and that lets YouTube know you would like to be notified when I post something new on the channel, and you won't miss out on anything coming down the line. And with that, I'm just going to let you enjoy the rest of the video, and I can't wait to hear from you. Okay, so this is the part I'm the most excited to show you guys. So you go in here, you click on the green screen, you can choose whichever screen display you want to show. And then if you put it live, you will see here, and I'll do this right now and get this live for us. You'll see things like the birds flying through. Look at the sun shining through the window there. I mean, the fire is just kind of burning in the background. I mean, think of the things you can do with this, whether you use it as a set or if you're using it, if you're trying to do some kind of machinima, or if you're just kind of playing around on your home lot. You could do so many really cool things. Like, I can imagine a lot of really neat screenshots. And it was just lucky happenstance that I put these like little fountains in front of this, and then it worked so well with many of these. But also, let's just point out the fountains. You can see the water dripping. Of course, you know, we're all used to that, but it's just the little things like that that make me so happy with a lot of these props. And on this one, I forget exactly what it was. I didn't see a whole lot happening on this one, but like this here, you've got your airplane flying out. And the last one's actually one of my very favorite displays. And let me show you. It is like the apocalyptic world, and you've got these buzzers flying around, and you've got the one sitting on the lamppost like, what can I go eat next? Yeah. But yeah, and then of course you can do your like country, and as you saw earlier when I was like laying out all of the props and stuff, all of these green screens have props that go along with them, or stage sets. So that is really, really exciting, and I didn't have time to really play with it as much as I wish I could have. So I will be kind of discovering this pack along with you guys when it launches, or maybe a day or two earlier if I get early access to it. I still don't know the dates on that at this point, but. And then here I'm just showing off the static green screen. This is a smaller one, and you can put them side by side. You can use them for different things. I could see this being fun for a lot of like selfies and things like that. Anything. Just kind of think more like a Twitch streamer or a YouTube streamer or Mixer streamer. You could have this behind them while they're streaming. Yeah, so and then we've got some other really fun little things that are alive. Now these are drones, and they're video recording drones, so you can tell them to go record video and they will fly away and do your bidding. So let's see if I can get to show you that. Oh, he went really fast. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna call another one here, and I'm gonna have it go and kind of be around my sim self. So, and let me send this guy off, and we'll have him go record him. The only thing I'm not sure about is like if it's gonna actually bring back any kind of footage. So you can see the little drone hovering over my shoulder there, recording my every non-move, since my sim self is just kind of standing around. But also notice like the machinery flickering over here, the toilets, the golden toilets, like with the flames firing out of it. It does ask you also to name your videos, but I don't know what it does with that. Like, I don't know if the footage is stored around somewhere. I really have no idea. But I just liked a lot of the movement in these things. Now, I had everything sped up, so it was going really fast, but you can see if I slow it down. And then this little crane, your sim can control as well. Yeah, we'll just call it the default, whatever. And look at her. I was kind of hoping we'd have one that the camera operator could ride on, but I'm sure somebody in the custom content world will come up with something like that. And what are they going to turn these into? That's what I really want to know, because you know as well as I know somebody's going to come and change these to do amazing things. Oh, and this is like the weather machine. So if you're setting the stage, you can set like your ambiance, I guess. You've got confetti, you've got ashes, you've got rain, you've got bubbles, you've got snow, as you're seeing right here. That's the ash falling down. We've got sparkles. I mean, the things that we're going to be able to do and create is just I mean, I'm not that, oh, here's some like little flowers. I'm not one of the more creative creators out there, but I love watching what creators come up with. And I can only imagine the amazing stuff that is going to come out of this. Like, I can only imagine it. And it literally makes me giddy. It really, truly makes me giddy. And these spotlights, if you want people to know where you are, this is the way to do it. Set all these spotlights, and nobody will miss out on your location. That is 100% for sure. And then you can add money to this bank vault. Of course, I didn't have really any money in this save, so I didn't do it. But I love the animation of the doors opening and closing. And, you know, we've got so much going on in this pack. So stinking much. I'm just, you guys, seriously, I know I said it before, and I'll probably say it a million times. I did not know that I was going to love this pack the way I do when I first learned about it. But after spending time in here and exploring like what it has to offer, I am so incredibly anxious to get my hands on it. I'm just blown away. My hat is off to the creators the designers, because they just did an amazing job. Like always, I mean, they're pretty dang talented, and they come up with amazing stuff all the time. But the thing that I love is they never fail to bring a smile to my face or surprise me with something that they put in a pack. And I hope you guys have that same feeling too. Not everybody's gonna love everything, and I totally get that. And there are things I'll use more than others, but all in all, the love and the care that went into this pack is apparent, and I'm just tickled to death to get my hands on it. I hope you are too, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great one.